out on, right? By not having your business be in a more organized place.
A ton of money, like a ton of money, like consistent income, like money in the bank for the first time in my life, right? Just literally struggling from paycheck to paycheck, sale to sale, just peace. I didn't even know what I was missing until I started doing the program. Like I didn't know what was out there for me until I saw your webinar. And I was like, I need all that. I randomly, and Jamila, I really think that when people make a decision and a choice to do something different, that stuff just starts to manifest. And I knew that I had to get organized in my business. And so that's how, I just stumbled across through Eventbrite or something, your webinar.
Wow, I love that. You said it's making a different decision. So what made you finally decide, like, I'm going to do something, I'm going to make a different decision so that I can move towards the business and life that you want?
So I knew that I had to get organized. I knew that I had to find something in my career to take me in a different direction. What I didn't know was that there's tools and systems and trainers and people like you out there that can help us, right? That I was just going to have to just try to read the book and figure it out, or, watch YouTube or whatever. I didn't know that something, like literally you came, I visited your webinar and I was like, what? The thought of, like, you talked about all the things that I'm sure a lot of people in business struggle with, right? And they don't know there's an easier, softer way. They just keep muddling through the day to day, trying to read the book and figure it out.
So what was your experience like when you first joined? So if you go back to like that first, couple of weeks or first month, what was that like?
The first month was amazing because remember, I was all excited and committed to the program and I was doing everything I was told and I got massive numbers. Remember, it was like, what? Right? And I was just like killing it and everything I wrote down was happening and I was on target. And, just like anything else, my subconscious mind was like, we're not doing this. This is too big. This is too much change. We got to go back. And so after I had that first month, I just slowly started falling back into unbelief and old habits. And then the lies started kicking in. Why am I doing this? This is too hard. I can't do it. It's too much. I want to quit. I don't like, all the resistance and the change. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, the time like I was gonna quit.
Yeah.
We had the talk. I'm like, I'm ready for this talk because I'm gonna quit.
Yeah.
So come on.
And what was the thing that made you not quit?
Realizing that if I quit, then I'm a quitter. Right?
Yeah.
If I quit, I'm a quitter. I'm never gonna get anywhere if I quit.
Right.
Because if I thought I was going to quit and do it on my own, that wasn't going to happen.
Right.
I was going to wind up going back. I was going to be like, I'm free again, do whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And what's it been like being a part of the community?
Amazing. The retreat was the best, one of the best experiences of my whole life.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
I mean, I'm serious. And I'm somebody who has a retreat twice a year or every year and pour my whole heart into transformation and healing and all of that. But there's just, it was amazing. It was great.
What was your favorite activity?
The bike ride. The dancing would have been good, but man, I was over the floor, like crawling around on the floor and hip hopping. I'm like, okay, if we have to jump down on the floor one more time, right? But it was still really fun. I mean, I got the T-shirt from the dance studio, right? Because I love to dance. So, but the bike ride was amazing. That was my favorite.
Nice. So let's talk about sort of after you hit that dip and felt like you wanted to quit, you sort of, pulled it all back together and got back in the game. And so what were some of the wins that you started to have after that?
Writing my goals looking at KPIs, which I was like, what's that? I call them IPIs, I guess, income producing activities.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another word for it. Um, and, just to be very honest, I can honestly say, I mean, I sucked at it. Like, even still, I'm 50% there, maybe. And just having KPIs, having a strategy, knowing what you're supposed to do and when you're supposed to do it, and having some level of commitment changes everything.
Yes. Yes.
Right? I
Yeah.
mean, if I were knocking it out of the park, doing it like a massive achiever, like I know we have, some of the girls that need to be doing sales, they're masters at all the other skills and they just nail it, right? If I was like that with my sales, doing the one thing that I need to do and just nailing it, I mean, I can't even imagine how much money I'd be making.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're doing the work, but you know how to get to your next level, right? Like you already have like the framework of what needs to happen. And it's just a matter of like making that decision that you're gonna take that next step.
So when I do the work with my whole heart and I really do the work, the numbers are exponential. Those are my $5,000 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I have a $2,000 week, which is probably what I'll have, I might have a $3,000 week this week. I had one call block, maybe two, I just distraction, but when I'm really in the game, right, which is how I was that first month, hardcore, and I had a couple of good months run in through there. So that's the beautiful thing about the program, is that when you're in a program of accountability and structure, even if you're sucking 50% of the time, for me, I still got great results.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What are some of the things you've implemented in your business in terms of your like back end systems and business operations?
So close is amazing. And I'm still not like where I need to be, but at least I have all my leads in one place.
Yeah.
And when I know I need to make some follow-up calls, I could just go right there and they're all right there. Right. And the Loomis app.
Yeah.
I love that app.
Yeah.
I can literally shoot videos, pull up their quotes. Because I'm going to be doing this Facebook lead program, I'm going to, I think I can write business nationwide.
Yeah.
I really think I can people don't even want to sit in front of you anymore. I mean, I can do this. I can do videos. People just don't, I mean, I wrote those 2 huge cases out in New Braunfels and I never saw the client. All right. Those life insurance policies. Right. So I just got licensed in Arizona. I just wrote 2 cases in Arizona. So that license is good until 2022.
Mm.
So, if I want to throw some stuff into Arizona, I'll do that. So I'm looking at get forward into getting this stuff nailed down and using these systems and the Loomis and this kind of stuff to really work with clients.
Okay. So let's talk about the peer support and the mastermind groups. How has that element of the program been for you?
The peer support's good. You did a great job of partnering us. Like you partnered me with Crystal that first time. And she's very strong in things that I'm lacking.
Yeah.
Right. And I've been talking to her a little bit about her script and getting her going on the phone. Right. And so it was kind of a good match. And even with Liza and Charnay, it's been a great match. So I think the peer works because you have the intuition and ability to recognize people's gifts and talents and partner them correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big part of it.
Okay. Okay, awesome. I'm glad to hear that that's also helpful for you. What were some of your insights that came out of the quarterly planning?
Not much. I haven't done a lot of quarterly planning. I know what I want to do like this weekend. So, I don't know if you know, but I'm doing this mind hack program and I talked a little bit about it.
But yeah, I mean, though, the quarterly planning we all did together, not on your own.
Oh, at the retreat?
Yes. And
like what we did. Yes. Oh God. Yeah. Okay, I thought you meant like this one, like I haven't done this one
Yeah.
yet, right? Which I need to do it this weekend because those numbers are everything. And this mind hack, what was I going to tell you? This mind hack thing and this achieving whatever you want. One of the most important things is every night before you go to bed to know what your goals are,
Yeah.
right? And that's part of that quarterly plan, right? So I got to break it down into weeks and then months and then quarters, right? But part of my challenge at this point was that I was kind of teacher's pension, old leads. So now that I just signed up and next week I should start getting the Facebook leads. And I have made a commitment to get into my old stuff because I've already talked to a couple clients this week that I'm going to meet with, from digging through my old files. So, cold calling is like, I do it when I have to, but
Yeah. You seem to be good at it too, though. So talk about the accountability. How has accountability impacted you?
I think that's been a really big part of it. And I also think that's part of the runaway resistance, to be very transparent,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because if I quit, then I don't have to be accountable,
Mm-hmm.
right? And once I've learned to relax and embrace the program almost without the resistance. I'm trying to do the report when I get the report and not be like, oh my God, I got enough on my plate. I got to do a report, So when I get an assignment, it's like, I just do it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to learn to embrace those things. And I've just, the accountability is huge.
So as you think about moving forward in your business, what are you excited about in terms of being able to utilize the Achievers Club and the entire sort of daily success system that you've learned to accomplish? What are you excited to accomplish using these tools?
Mostly the KPIs and achieving the goals and hitting the numbers and tracking the numbers. I'm still not tracking my numbers. And I'm really going to have to do that, Jamila, because I'm about to be paying like a lot of money for leads and I need to know what my return is. Right? Like I had to pay, the $295 a month for the actual software.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're loading this month 500 for marketing. So that's 800 and something. That's still cheaper than the 1,500 I had to spend to get 50 leads,
Mm-hmm.
right? I had to send the guy 1,500 and get 50 telemarketed leads. This software is going to track everything through email and text, and it's going to text people and call people, and it's going to attach a calendar. It's going to do a bunch. And like, I can take all my leads that I have emails on and put them in that, and it'll go, hey, reach out. If they respond, I'll get a text. It'll send them texts if they reply. It's this really cutting edge marketing software.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm believing that it's going to work. But until I got to a place where I was ready to even learn and grow, it wouldn't have worked 6 months ago. I'd have wasted my money.
Right.
Right. Because I wouldn't have taken the time, like Calendly, like whatever, No, I'm going to learn it. I got it. I can do this.
Yes, I love it. Achievers do hard things, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, just thinking about your experience over the past several months, really, how has your life transformed as a result of being in the program?
My life has transformed on so many levels. It's just, I think it was just an integral part of my transformation. I think the most important thing that Achievers Club did for me is help me generate more income.
Yeah.
Just to be really honest, just saying I'm going to write 5,000. Like, I didn't hit 5,000 a week every week, but I had several weeks, and that one week that I had at one time I had 20,000 pending in life insurance. I've never had that.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Bobby Johnson, who's in Midland National, I saw him 2 weeks ago, and I don't know if I told you guys this in the meeting, but he goes, hey, Grace, your name came up on the conference call. And I go, really? because I've just been this average. He goes, yeah. He goes, do you know how many applications you've submitted with Midland this year? And I said, no. Jimmy, I don't know my numbers. He goes, 65. And I
Wow.
was like, really? He goes, yeah. That's a lot of applications. I said, I want to go on a trip. He said, well, you have to write more IUL. You have to bring in more money. Okay. So I just shifted my beliefs. My last 3 cases, I've got more IULs on the books now than ever before. And I'm starting to talk to people about that, right? And I'm starting to manifest it, right? Just like we talked about going from 100,000 to 1 million
Yes.
in term.
Yeah.
Right? It's just all what we focus on. And I think that's been a great lesson for all the girls. If you could get all of us to just, believe that we can achieve more.
Yeah.
Right?
I love it. All right. Anything else you want to say about your experience, Grace?
No, not really. It's just been, I could just go on and on. It was just a great decision, and I'm so glad I didn't quit. And, what I love about it is that even though I didn't do it 100%, there's great success. And so I would tell anybody, if you get in and you just show up and do the work to the best of your ability, that good things happen. I was somebody who had no structure, none. Right? So for me to come in and have to do something with structure was the hardest thing ever. And that's why I wanted to, and I'm 58 years old. I've been doing insurance for 20 years, just however, right? I would my paperwork was always perfect, but they were like, are you going to turn in your numbers? Like, I don't have my numbers. Like, okay. Right. So when I worked for a company every week and I was under a brokerage firm and I had to turn in numbers, they were like, can we get your numbers? And then I turned them in. They were like, well, you missed one. Okay. It's like, right. So I was somebody that's always been this free spirit. So to have structure. So, my greatest takeaway is that just being a part of the Achievers Club made me an achiever.
Oh,
Grace,
that gave me a chill. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
And now I'm, because I've had to do some of these little things, these where we do the talk, right?
Yeah.
I
commitments.
I dig into those, and it's like, okay, what am I going to talk about? And I'm just all about growth and development, and I've just learned so much in the group. I've just learned, and it's just been a great journey. Incredible. And again, my number one focus, right, is to be able to say at the end of the Achievers Club that I just really knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
I've got my tax people working on my taxes now. I've got all of that up. I'm starting to run up business. I've consolidated my debt. Like, I would love to be at the end of the year and go, my taxes are taken care of, my debt's taken care of, my systems are in place, I got a lead source, I got this, I got that. I'm going to go do this next and this next and this next, because I do want to do network marketing, but until I get really good, I can't add anything. You're absolutely right. Right? It's just going to distract me.
Yeah. I love it, Grace.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Oh, I'm so excited and proud of you.
It's been great. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah. So I can't say enough about the program. I think anybody that gets in and just shows up and does the work the best they can, they're going to have great results. And I think you're going to find, I don't know if you found that to be true with all the girls,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love what you said too, that even when I'm failing 50% of the time, I'm still kicking ass, basically. So it's yeah.
Because 50% is better than 0.
Yes.
Right? Not writing down no numbers is writing down no numbers.
Right.
Right? But that's it.
Yay.